Battle Through the Heavens, Chapter 19. Enduring Agony, Forging Dou Qi Strength. Last time, Xiaoyan uncovered startling truths about Shao Shuner and made a perplexing choice of Dou skill, hinting at a deeper purpose. Now, that purpose leads him down a grueling path as he endures immense agony to forge his true power.
White mist clung to the mountain peak in the early morning, refusing to scatter. A faint breeze stirred, catching against bodies, the sound echoing. Behind the peak, hidden in a small copse, Xiaoyan stood rooted in thick mud. Cold sweat slicked his forehead. He wore only shorts, his bare skin already showing streaks of angry blue. Yao Lao, a spectral form, floated behind Xiaoyan. He sat cross-legged on a massive boulder, watching Xiaoyan clench his jaw, endure. Yao Lao's hand lifted, calm and deliberate. Air shimmered as Yao Lao's hand descended. A whip of pink Dou Qi erupted from his palm, cracking hard against Xiaoyan's shoulder. More blue welts bloomed on the boy's skin. Xiaoyan's lips trembled, his gasp sucking in cold air. His shoulder felt dead, numb, yet a bone-deep agony pulsed through him. His legs gave out, threatening to buckle. He barely stayed upright. Through the pain, silver Dou Qi surged. The agony sharpened it, made it more real. It flowed through every acupoint in his shoulder, a warm current seeping into his flesh, silently forging strength.
Again!
The shoulder's agony had barely receded when Yao Lao struck once more. Xiaoyan's young face, though still raw with pain, hardened with stubborn defiance. A flicker of pride crossed Yao Lao's ancient face. He gave a slight nod. Then his hand rose, and the pink Dou Qi whipped out once more. Crack! Crack! Thwack! Inside the copse, the sounds of brutal impacts mingled with strangled grunts of pain, relentless and unending. Yao Lao's strikes were perfectly measured. Each hit pushed Xiaoyan to his absolute limit, inflicting agony without causing lasting damage. Dou Qi slammed into his body. The searing pain twisted Xiaoyan's face into a grimace. With every swing of Yao Lao's hand, more blue welts appeared on Xiaoyan's skin. Thwack! Another burst of Dou Qi. It was the last straw. Xiaoyan's legs finally gave out. He collapsed, utterly spent. After what felt like half a day catching his breath, cold sweat still beaded his forehead. Xiaoyan managed a bitter chuckle.
Master, how did I do?
Acceptable. You endured 84 Dou Qi strikes today. That's 9 times more than half a month ago. You've clearly grown much stronger.
Yao Lao nodded, a faint smile on his lips. Inside, though, he marveled. In just half a month, Xiaoyan had far surpassed his expectations. Today, he'd figured 70 strikes would be the boy's breaking point. Yet he pushed through to 84. This kid's sheer endurance was something to behold. Hearing Yao Lao, Xiaoyan let out a ragged breath. Strength abandoned him, and he sank to the earth to rest. Only after his body regained some feeling did he slowly rise and pull his clothes from the boulder, one piece at a time. The fabric scraped his raw skin, a fresh wave of pain. Yao Lao shimmered, a streak of light vanishing into the black ring. His familiar words echoed.
Hurry back. Soak yourself in the Foundation spirit liquid. Otherwise, internal bruising will linger, and you'll suffer severe injury.
Xiaoyan nodded, dressed quickly, then flew straight down the back of the mountain. Back in his small room, the pain became unbearable. Xiaoyan ripped off his clothes, then plunged into the wooden tub already filled with green liquid. The cold liquid washed over his raw wounds. A wave of sheer relief washed over Xiaoyan, making him gasp with pleasure. He closed his eyes, savoring the sensation, limbs heavy and still in the tub. Leaning against the tub's rim, Xiaoyan's breathing evened out. He snored softly, sinking into a deep sleep. After the day's brutal torment, his mind and body finally found peace. As Xiaoyan slept, the green liquid in the tub subtly stirred. A gentle energy, faint yet persistent, seeped through his pores, quietly purging bruises and reforging his body. Lost in the depths of sleep, Xiaoyan's body silently grew stronger. As his body repaired and strengthened, the green liquid in the tub faded to pale. Xiaoyan had absorbed almost all its medicinal power. He didn't know how long he slept. When his eyes finally opened, sunlight drenched his small room. He forced his body to move. Bones popped and cracked. As he sat up, a surge of raw vitality coursed through him.
Comfort!
Xiaoyan breathed, unable to hold it back. He stepped from the tub. The green liquid had turned crystal clear.
All the medicinal power absorbed?
He touched his nose, a helpless shake of his head. Then, a thought struck him, a flicker of excitement. He closed his eyes, sensing the Dao Qi within. Moments later, Xiaoyan opened his eyes. He raised both palms, a soft chuckle escaping him, unable to hide his raw joy.
Finally, I've reached the 5th stage of Dou Qi.